And we are starting the Son of a Pigeon podcast.
Yay!
And I have a duo here. I have Lora.
Hi.
Hello, Lora. And I have Izumi.
Hello.
Izumi
Yeah.
or Izumi? How do you say it correctly?
Izumi.
Izumi.
Yeah.
I bring the microphone a bit closer to you.
In Japanese, it's Izumi. In German, they also say Izumi.
Izumi.
So there are so many different ways.
Izumi is Zumi.
Is there a meaning for your name?
It means spring, like the water spring.
Ah,
Wow. It's now actually spring.
Yeah, it's spring all the time, like water spring in Germany. It's always raining. Nice. Welcome to the podcast, both of you. It's
Thank
been a real
you.
pleasure to have you
Thank
here.
you.
And since we are doing a kind of evening edition, you already played a song. I don't know if to call it a song, but it was kind of, it was a channeling, I would say. And it was very interesting since I had no headphones. And
For you would be surprised.
yeah, Izumi was playing keyboards and I could not hear them. A little bit bleed from the headphones is all I could get, but I heard mostly Laura. Yeah, Laura was vibrating the whole room with her voice.
Sorry if it was too loud.
Nice.
Oh, don't be sorry for your loudness.
It was great.
I think that the neighbors should be grateful that you're willing to present them with your beautiful resonance.
Thank you.
Yeah, how did you guys meet? You have this project that you just play music, but you don't really play it. You're more like improvise.
Both. I
Yeah.
mean,
Both.
you name it instant composition.
True. At the moment.
And yeah, actually, the good thing is that Laura and me, we met at a jam session,
Yeah.
improvising.
One
And
friend actually invited to your place
Yes.
Yeah.
I did
last
a
year.
jam session during the pandemic, I think.
No, it was already
After?
after a
Okay.
bit.
Yeah.
2022 already was
Yeah.
okay-ish.
And it was a really nice jam session.
Yeah.
The energy.
Was nice.
Shall I go more close?
I get you a bit closer.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that too.
So the energy was high, and yeah.
Woo, hi.
So there I realized, wow, she can sing and improvise, and she can adapt also. This is also the thing with improvisation, that you also let space and also balance the space.
Yeah.
And yeah, not everybody knows it. And yeah,
Thank you.
somehow it made click, and yeah, since then we meet
Yeah.
and play music, and we
different
had some
occasions.
gigs in
Yeah.
lately, very super different gigs actually.
Yes.
We started with, which was the first one?
No, actually it was me, but we planned to do it in February together. But you had one gig with your band, and then I went to that Transcendence, ecstatic dance
Yeah.
place in Lebenskunst. Yeah, and it's close to Merindam. My friend organizing that, Ismail, and then he said, yeah, guys, play at our event after the Transcendence. There is like meditative healing music. And then I was like, oh yeah, but Izumi also has a gig that day. I will come. So it also was like kind of beginning. But then we were invited to Ouroboros event. It was in March.
Ambient rituals.
Yeah.
It's called, and it was in Studio DB in Wedding.
Very nice
Great place. It's a multiversal space.
Yeah.
With a great,
Multiversal space. What does it mean?
yeah, it's actually a studio for filming and photos and productions.
They have this big moon, right? Like this half moon or something? Or maybe it's a different place?
It's in Wedding.
Ooh, maybe sometimes.
I
I don't know.
Oh, so maybe it's a different place.
It's
Yeah,
close
they
to
changed the
Ufer.
space actually for events also.
Yeah,
so it could
adapting.
be that they
Maybe
had
it
a
was
moon.
there. Yeah, maybe. There's cosmonauts standing
Maybe.
Yeah.
outside.
It's next to Piano Salon Cristofori.
Yeah. And behind Ufer Studios.
It doesn't say
Or-
anything.
But yeah, it's quite new. I mean, it's and a bit underground. They do events sometimes.
They have sauna.
They have sauna.
They have a sauna also.
Feels like everyone in Berlin has a sauna. It's nice to have a sauna.
So you go into the sauna, and then you can listen to some concerts. It's cool.
Yeah.
Or DJ sets also.
Or meditate workshops. They do different events.
Yeah. And this was actually Uroboros, ambient event. Actually.
Yeah, with ceremonies, healing music, what we did there.
Yeah.
Then other musicians were also playing.
Yeah.
Massage was there as well. Tea ceremony.
Was cacao also?
Dancing workshop, Gaga dancing. Then workshop painting together with everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, and
very
there
different.
we had the performance.
Experimental.
Yeah.
Also experimental
With,
music.
We both. Also Laura was singing and. Ash, another friend, he was playing the singing saw, which is also very cool instrument. It sounds a bit like a theremin.
Yeah.
And I played the synths and keys, the pads, and Laura was singing on it. Also working with the loop station.
Yeah, loop station I use now.
With the voice, you use the loop station. Cool.
Voice instruments, percussive instruments.
Kazakh instruments.
Yeah, I use them.
Yeah, and a good friend of us, Toan, he was actually performing to it also with some Palo Santos and like an interactive performance also with the audience and including the audience and the performer.
Yeah, and dance with us. We were like dancing.
Yeah. This is how it started. Actually,
very cool.
It was a very nice event for the start.
Yeah, I would say so too.
It was
and good actually sound there because guys also ran the equipment, right? The sound was very nice. I liked it.
I want to say something to those who listen to the podcast and they listened all the episodes until now. I have a secret.
What?
So in the beginning there is a song of the podcast. And Laura is there in the song. And it's a song that we recorded, Laura, Nick, and I. Nick is a really crazy producer in Berlin. He's fucking talented. So I want to say that we know each other for a while. I think for like 5 or 6 years we know each other.
6 years, yeah. I remember we met approximately 2017 autumn.
Yeah, just when I came to Berlin or a bit afterwards.
Yeah.
And I think we came approximately in the same time, like 2017.
Yeah. I was that time searching for other artists to collaborate with. And then I wrote in this popular group in Facebook, Berlin musicians in Berlin. Then I introduced myself there, like, let's collaborate, do something big, and like travel as well, and like have a band. And then several people wrote me, you wrote me, let's meet, talk. So since then, we actually know each other and worked also in several projects.
Yeah. Yeah, we did some music projects together.
Yeah.
We did also, performing as well together. We shared the stage together.
Yeah.
And we also did some photos together and visual stuff together.
A lot.
Yeah. And I won 2 awards with you.
2?
2 awards, like photography awards.
Yes.
Yeah, one for the dress.
That's so nice.
The green, and one for the shooting that we did with Marta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was nice. And then we had this Feli Tapes project, which we still didn't release.
Yeah, we did not release it yet.
But
Shall
now
we
it's...
release it?
Huh?
Shall we release it?
I remember that Nick said, yeah, we should, but to find a good moment to do that. Yeah.
What is a good moment to release music?
With the label or something? Yeah. Why not?
More with time, I'm thinking that labels are a bit overrated.
Or maybe we do. Yeah, when
I think it's useless to have a label really releasing the music unless you can do it yourself. It's sometimes you do need a label to do that because they can help, especially with connections. But I think our music speaks for itself.
Yeah, let's see. I'm like feeling if it goes with the flow, I go with the flow. If it doesn't work now, okay, just something else comes. So
whatever is coming.
Let's then meet and talk or write and do something.
And I also must comment on the fact that I'd never seen you wearing the same thing twice. You always wear something different. And this is amazing.
But, yeah,
Did you notice it? Izumo?
Yeah,
Izumo?
yeah.
It's a little bit difficult. I can come back.
I never seen you wearing the same thing again. You know, it's remarkable.
So are you talking about?
You don't wear it twice. You just put
No,
something.
I wear.
And you always look different. You always look so fresh.
No. This outfit actually was at Ouroboros.
I saw it a few times already.
Yeah,
The
already.
whole outfit.
I like this. It's new and from actually my friend from Kazakhstan as well. She lives here now. It's Nera Vinera. So I like also her clothes, and I also like actually fashion.
Yeah, it looks very cool.
So that's why I also try to kind of support our designers as well. Any designer actually who do it by themselves, things. Yeah, and then jewelry from Kazakhstan I use as well. So it's kind of how to say a bit of my feeling, a little bit representing my culture as well. Yeah. But
Nice.
this one I already wore. And I like it.
That's very cool.
Thank you.
And you, Izumi, you've been in Germany, you told me, for a while. We talked a little bit before the podcast.
Yes.
But you originally come from Japan.
Yes. Yeah. I was born in Japan, and with 6, my parents moved to France.
To France.
And Alsace, English, I don't know the word. Alsace, yeah. Near Strasbourg. And then with 10, we moved to Germany, to south of Germany, near Stuttgart. Yes, and then I moved also to North Rhine-Westphalia for 3 years.
Wow.
And then I moved back to Stuttgart, and then afterwards I studied in the Netherlands music, actually.
Which city?
In Enschede, like a small city at the border. Nobody knows, but it's
It's interesting.
yeah. There's a big music scene and art scene. Yes, and afterwards I moved to Berlin. Yeah, and now I'm here since around 10 years already. I'm happy here, actually. Even though we were in Ibiza, we had a gig actually in Ibiza.
Yeah, no one did. Yeah.
1 week ago, and I also really liked Ibiza.
Yeah. So beautiful.
Ibiza is amazing. But isn't it like a party place that everyone party the whole time there? What is it like? I've never been there, but I know it's amazing because everyone says it's amazing, so I must go with them.
Yeah, we were there out of season, so and we were in the north in the nature, and
mountain.
we were not partying in those big clubs. We had a great gig
Local
at a
gigs.
secret party.
Yeah.
On a
More
great
interesting
finca.
with artists.
Yeah, and it was kind of a gathering of organizers and creative people from Ibiza, actually.
Wow, how
And
did you
our
get there
friends.
to Ibiza?
Through a good friend, we met at a party.
Yeah.
You can maybe tell about a bit
Yeah,
more.
we met at Lashian party, and it was actually in February, end of February, and there was a guy who played also live, and he came from Barcelona, Naziri, and one guy was also filming him, and then I felt like I think I know this person, and he also like watched at me as well several times, and they're like, do we know each other? And he was like, you know this artist? And he, yeah, I came for this artist. I live actually now in Ibiza. I was like, okay. And then I know one friend who lives there, and she actually was living in Kazakhstan, and she grew up there, and we studied together at school. We were very small. And I was like, do you know Elena? And he was like, yes. And I was like, what? You know her? And like, it's my friend. And we started to talk, and somehow we had nice also vibe, flow. And his name Alvaro. And then Izumi also came at this party, and I was like, Izumi, I met nice friend, Alvaro. And they were like, yeah, we met already 2 weeks ago. I was like, okay, you already know each other. And like,
We actually also wanted to meet, but then we met at the party.
Wow. Everyone like know each other, and I felt like this is the right place, and we like in one vibe, one kind of, I don't know, connection, and you meet the right people. I don't know how to say. Then when I heard the phrase, then you do something right in your life. If you feel that everyone knows each other, even like my friend from 20 years ago, the same friends we share, and like, oh, this says something. Even we were not in contact like within 20 years, and then I'm like, okay. And then he invited us actually to play there at his friend to celebrate birthday, because he also celebrated his birthday together. And we said, yeah, why not? We go. And that's how we performed at Ibiza. But then I wanted to say that Izumi actually knew this guy who celebrated the birthday from this school, you said.
From the Netherlands also, yeah. So everything is connected.
Was it spontaneous meeting of all
Yeah,
these people?
Yeah, we didn't know whose birthday was actually. And then we met him and he was like, oh, I know you. And they were like, yeah, I remember you too. That was, so I was like, again thinking, oh, everyone knew each other. We were not really strangers for this guy. And
I think it's always like that. Sometimes we don't really investigate.
Yeah, I don't know.
When I did investigate in the world, it doesn't matter where I went. Somehow I know someone who knows someone who's close to me. Yeah. And it's like, you two connected. There is no chance in the world it will happen. Yeah. But somehow it happens. And they're connected. And I go somewhere like distant places. The furthest I went was California. Oh. And I met someone there who knows a good friend of mine here in Berlin. Oh. And it was completely random.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah.
It fucks me up.
Yeah, Berlin is also an important city, I feel. Also, I got so many connections also in Tokyo through Berlin, actually. Like,
people from Tokyo connecting you to here? Or what
I mean, friends, I met in Berlin, Japanese friends, and now they are in Tokyo organizing events, parties, concerts, and through Berlin, actually.
Crazy.
That's why I love Berlin.
It's melting pot.
It's a melting pot.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, also for me, it seems like artist world is maybe so small. Everyone know each other from all over the world, or we like in one direction, and it seems like one big family, one net, and we always meet, and then it seems very cozy. I don't know. I feel like that.
I agree with you. There is this kind of vibe with certain people.
Yeah.
You have to just get out of Berlin sometimes also for that. And also, use the opportunities. Sometimes I was a bit lazy. Sometimes some people were inviting me and then I said no. I stay here, but actually, you have to.
So I tried to bring you somewhere.
So that's why it was good to go to Ibiza also, and to be fast.
Yeah.
Not like, to wait too long.
Yeah.
Not to wait at all. Yeah. I want to share a story about this exactly thing that even if you feel not so good, I would say, and you have something that you said you want to do, or you get opportunity to go outside to meet people, do that.
Yes.
I had a day here. I don't know what really happened. Maybe I had something wrong with my stomach. But I had a big photo shooting, so I invited like a lot of people in 4 hours. Everyone got a slot, and I was doing photo shooting here. And then on the last person, I don't know, something happened with my stomach. I don't know exactly what happened. Maybe I drank water too fast, and it triggered something in my stomach. And the last guy that was here, he was so cool, and we just kept on talking. But deep inside, I felt something is rumbling, and I felt like shit. Like throughout the whole day, slowly, I started to feel like shit. Oh, no. And in the end of the day, I had a concert that I was invited to do photos for this concert. And I knew if I will not go there, it's also no consequences, so I can just stay home and be miserable about myself. So I was talking with this guy, the last client who came here. And the moment he left, I could not hold it anymore. I just puked.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I felt like shit, completely shit afterwards. And I knew, in 1 hour and a half, I need to be in a certain place. I was invited, and people expecting me. Maybe I can disappoint them. Maybe I can go there. Let's see what I can do. So I sat down exactly here, exactly where you're sitting, Izumi.
Okay.
And I rolled a big joint. And I just smoked most of it. And somehow I felt better.
Oh.
And then I just went to the concert. And in this concert, I met so many people.
Nice people.
Amazing people.
Wow.
I met one photographer named Anton Tal. Have you heard his name?
Yeah,
Anton
I know
Tal?
him.
Yeah, he's one of the best photographers here in Berlin, and we for a while want to meet.
That's nice.
Yeah, but I was not here for a while, and now I'm here. But it's so fucking busy for my life. But somehow we met there spontaneously.
Nice.
And we just started to take photos like crazy there, and we talked about gear. And I met another Israeli bass player, Or Rosenfeld, his name. He's really one of the best bass players, I believe, here in Berlin, and it was just nice. And another drummer named Anna from Russia. And it's like,
what was it? Where it was? What?
It was
event?
in.
What kind of event?
It's close to Rathaus Neukölln. What it's called? The Prachtwerk.
Prachtwerk.
Yes, good place.
Yeah,
I've
really
been
nice
there
place.
too.
It was the event of Nate, Support Your Locals Berlin. Do you know this event?
No.
It's an event that you sign up. You give the chords to the band. And the band is always changing. They're always musicians, session musicians.
I think I've been.
Yeah, you just play music with them, and they learn how to play your song, and you just go on stage. And
Yeah,
you play
like
your
a
songs
real
with them.
karaoke.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
I participated in one, but another place. It was really nice.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I would stay home and feel miserable for myself, I would miss this opportunity. And in the end, I felt amazing. Even though this one moment was a bit bad. I think it's our mindset, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
The energy of your mind. Like you can do a lot with your mind. I think. Yeah.
Trick everything.
Call it neuron powers.
Yeah.
It's like when you don't feel like doing anything, but all of a sudden you get angry and it's like, oh, I have so much energy, I want to kill someone. But 5 seconds ago, I did not have energy.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's powerful.
Interesting. Yeah, that's true. Actually, I also feel like sometimes I'm lazy to go somewhere, but like I always say, there is information, new information. Even if you meet people, they tell you something, stories, you learn something, and it's always something going, an experience, you meet new people. And I go. And it's like, yeah, there's anyway, something would be interesting, then I go. Even if it's not, some stories you heard, also nice, then calm, also chilled. That's nice.
So what about you, Izumi? How is your music journal? How did you start to play music? I know a lot about Laura, but I know so little about you. We meet actually for the first time right now.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well, brother.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I could talk a lot, but I started to play the piano as a child. My mom is a music teacher and piano teacher. And my father is an artist, so we were a kind of creative family.
What kind of artist?
He's doing sculptures and painter, and also working with metal sculptures and stone sculptures also. Yeah. If you need something,
nice.
Check it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious what it's like to live with a dad that just grinds stones and curves and bends stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I had already a beat as a baby, maybe that's why I like also electronic music, but I also love to play classical music. I love Bach, playing Bach, and I'm actually working right now for the film music industry as a librarian for film music. It's called Europäische Filmphilharmonie. It's a really fun job. I'm European Film Philharmonics Institute.
Yeah.
You are the institute.
I'm working there. Yeah.
Ah, okay. What is the work actually? As a librarian.
Yeah, I'm. Actually, we have a lot of orchestral material for orchestras from famous composers, but also film concerts. Maybe in Babylon. Cinema at Rosa-Luxemburg-Platz. There are Charlie Chaplin film concerts. That's what we organize. We organize the orchestral materials and the movie. We do a lot of projects. You can check it out. I could talk a lot about, but I'm working there anyway, half time, and then I do music. So it's a good balance right now, and I have 2 bands. One band, it's more jazz, funk, called Chinaski in Space. We play in Berlin in different venues like jazz clubs, but also in Sisyphos or Klunkerkranich, and another band called Okujo Beat. It's more a mix between electronic. We call it electro-organic, actually.
It's bio.
And there are musicians from all over the world, like the project with Laura. It's also very international, always.
Yeah.
That's what I like, actually. And we had a residency in Klunkerkranich, and we actually have kind of residency also in Sisyphos. We play there every year twice or once, or sometimes 3 times, as a live act, which is super fun also. They have a good sound system. And so, those are my projects. And right now with Laura, I never work, I always worked with instrumental projects, actually, or most of the time. And because I actually also like instrumental, and I'm really picky with voices, actually. Most of the singer I was working, it was not always easy, but with Laura, it's super easy. And,
what Laura got, what Laura have in her voice that it's like.
And also her, she has a good ear. She can listen, and she also had an early Soviet piano practice, which you can which I can see or hear, and this is cool. This is a good basic. Actually, we should be thankful for our teachers and parents
I'm really
for
thankful.
that.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, it's not the only way to make music, but I also like autodidact musicians who don't know how to read music, but
that's me.
Yeah, this is also great.
You also play very good.
But I don't know how to read notes. I know the basics. I know the values of how to read notes. It will take me ages.
Oh, really?
I know the concepts. I know how to implement them in music, but to read notes, it's a different language.
But this is also not really what we mean. It's like skills and also technique, and if you did it by yourself as well, it's already very good.
I think it's always like kind of a self journey, as much as the teacher can teach you, there is always this place that you need to go by yourself.
It's only direction from them, also.
True.
To experiment and just to see what your soul wants to bring out.
What you feel and your soul, true. This is the most important, actually.
When I was small, actually, I really just liked to play. I didn't like all this theory, music theory or solfeggio or something. I was like, I don't want to go to these classes. I just like to play. And then my teacher always also catch me, because it was kind of private school. From 9 to 6, I was there. We also did homework. And then she always catch me in a break when all go to play something like basketball, football. And she was like, okay, we go and play piano. I was also a bit sad because I also like sport. And then I was like, okay, I also like music. And I was like playing. And at home also every day I was playing, practicing. It was just really, for me, fun as well. I didn't feel like I was forced to do it. I really liked it. And that's why I'm really grateful that my parents supported that and that interest. And then also we went to the musical school. Actually, my plan was also to go to conservatorium. Yeah, but I'm happy how it works now, that I balance in different also genres, not only classical, and then I had different projects on my way. Now I'm here, and we actually also play different genres now, really, from acoustic, meditative music, healing, and to electronic also, with jazz and, I don't know, pop, a bit, everything, folk, ethno, what I actually do most,
Yeah, we have also a new project called OTO NO UMI. It means sound of the ocean, and there is also electronic artist called Siaah, who's making the beats and on Ableton, and also Ash again, who plays the singing saw, but he also plays the trumpet and harmonica. And it's a really fun project. I see us playing on festivals this year.
Hell yes.
For dancing, And,
it was nice at Sisyphus, and people really say, "Oh, I see you guys in every festival, live act and dancing. It's really nice, going with flow."
Yeah.
And it was also performance, kinda. And we felt like, oh yeah. And then everyone asked Sisyphus organizers, administrators, what's the name of this band? What's the name of it? And we're like, we haven't that time a band actually formed. It was just like project name for this day, right?
For this day.
Yeah, for this evening.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day different
Yeah, we
name for
thought
the
so
project.
because they asked the name,
asking
right?
ChatGPT, put all the names together, Lora, Izumi, Ash. But then the results were not so great. So then somehow I felt, wow, Umi no Oto means sea of sounds. And
in Japanese.
yes, and then I thought, but somehow it's cheesy. Then I changed the sea in the beginning with sound of sea, and it has a poetic, in Japanese it's kind of poetic. And then I thought, okay, let's take this name, because we had 2 days left and the organizer were asking me, hey, what's the name of the project?
True.
It was super spontaneous gig actually.
Yeah, very fast.
But it worked out. I was a bit skeptical in the beginning, because it's also kind of complex to put electronic music, voice and synthesizer and keys and trumpets. It could be also super chaotic at the end.
Yeah.
You need to take care about the balance.
Yeah,
but we talked about it. We met once one day before, and then it worked really well. I mean, also the combination with Laura's shamanic style of singing. This was kind of amazing. People, they don't hear it every day, I would say.
Yeah, they were very nice also. Yeah. Audience really supported, connected, stayed together, doing crazy sounds together. That was the point. And later they said, again, more together. I was like, we were not prepared for that.
But you just improvise, no?
But when we again agreed to play what we
prepared like a skeleton of and then on it we improvised.
Just the tone which we will play.
We had a concept behind, let's say, because
of course
totally
rehearsed.
Free. This is also not good. I mean, actually, it can be good, but it was it's a bit risky in that kind of situation.
Because there is saying actually good improvisation is hundreds and hundreds already rehearsals before your experience, and then you kind of have your own already style, and some way you cling to each other. It's nothing like spontaneous, really very spontaneous, but no, there is anyway basic already your experience.
Yeah, improvisation, I think it's more like it is spontaneous, but what we learn, we learn like phrases, and maybe I would try to make this phrase with this phrase, and maybe spontaneously I would think, what if I finish this phrase when it goes up a bit?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Changing when you feel with everyone already there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it sounds like you guys are very good musicians, and I don't say it about the skill, because I listened to an interview about how important it is to have good musicians playing with you. I forgot who it was with, but this got stuck in my head. And then I thought, what is a good musician? I thought I was a good musician when I was playing really good on the guitar. But I was a good guitarist. I think I was not a good musician, because when I was playing with other people, then I just wanted to show off how much I know, and I did not listen to them so much. So I cannot say that I was a good musician there. But also what is very tricky is, what is the definition of musician? It's very different from a person to person. I'm curious, what is your definition for musician?
I actually like, sounds a bit, I don't know, weird, but I like musicians who once had a hard life.
Someone with a hard life.
Yeah, not with. Yeah, maybe also, but I mean, the suffering point. I think it's also important. I mean, not for the whole life, but if you had an era in your life where you kind of had a hard life, or you know, and this I can feel in the music. Like a lot of great composers, they were suffering a lot. But they were composing great music, like Beethoven. He couldn't hear anything anymore, and he was composing the best symphony ever. I can feel it, you know. I mean, I don't say that you need to suffer, but this is something I kind of realized also with own small experiences in my life, and at those moments I was playing the best melodies ever. This is
actually true.
So if someone did not suffer and they play music, they're disqualified.
No.
I will make them suffer. I will make them a good musicians.
But yeah, life is like black and white, you know. There is not always sunshine. There is also rain.
I think it's mostly rain.
Yeah.
Especially in Berlin.
Especially in Berlin, yeah.
Oh, no.
Very true.
You suffer for sure winter time.
Yeah, life itself, the whole existence, it's about suffering. We are born to die, basically.
And
no one gets out alive, come on.
There's also this thing with the flower, you know, when the flower opens, it suffers, and it smells so good, but it's like actually the suffering of the flower.
Really?
So at the same time, it's beautiful, and this
I
see it as a poetic point also. This, you know, it's like yin and yang.
Yeah,
you know?
true, balance.
Yeah.
How did you get this concept that the flower is suffering?
Yeah, I didn't know.
I was actually reading it somewhere in a science book, that it's kind of, you know, maybe we can check it later in Google again. I'm not a biologist, but
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Might be, I never heard that. I thought it's maybe something Japanese, you know.
I think it's really science. Something, also, yeah, check it all. Who listen to this podcast, check it out.
Yeah, I will check.
Ask Google. But
if we had more budget, we had someone here, you know, with a PC that can check it for us. If you think about a seed that is sprouting, I think this is a lot of suffering. For the little sprout to break out of the hard shell that's supposed to protect it. I think this is a very unpleasant experience.
True.
But then it's wonderful.
Then it's wonderful, yeah.
Also like a butterfly also.
That's
it's
true.
also first
It's
super
actually
weird
die,
and you don't want to touch, and then gets to a beautiful, colorful butterfly.
Yeah. And you also don't want to help the butterfly when it's going out of the cocoon. Because the struggle, basically, this is how we put blood into his wings.
True.
So if you don't have the struggle to go out of the cocoon and to put all this effort, then his muscles will not get the energy they need, so he will not be able to fly afterwards. So he needs to suffer in order to fly.
Actually, there is a point that you even will not imagine if you, for example, the person who smiles and like very positive, he maybe suffered before and really also see the difference, you know, appreciate both then.
Yeah.
And then I also felt when I was sad, I always came to piano, played, and was like, let it go with piano, and it always helped me. And then always sometimes smash piano with aggression because you were so angry and mad on something. And then later you feel so good. So both, I feel like all spectrums of emotions you live, it's the life. You have to kind of accept, be in the balance, of course, but also both. Without the shadow, how we say, you cannot also see the light, or without light, no shadow.
Yeah.
Right?
The big tree got deep roots.
Yeah.
Definitely. And if you want to have big, deep roots, you need to go deep.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. so much philosophy.
Hey, we started. What is a musician?
True.
What do you think is a musician, Laura? What is your definition?
Well, for me, I don't know. I think everyone has, from beginning, this feeling of music because we hear the first is mother's heartbeat inside, right? And then you kind of, for me, musician is like when I was also little, I said without music, I wouldn't realize I wouldn't like imagine the world how it would be. That was the thing. I said music is alive and everything connects to music somehow for me. That time I was thinking like dancing also, if you have music then you can kind of connect. Then also performing all with the music is always makes sense, or atmosphere, or when you play or sing, all this connects to music. Or in the film also it brings you something there. So everywhere is music. And for me as a professional musician would say that who can actually hear and adapt to any genre. So I don't know, it's like everything for me. As we studied classical, musician is like now we can adapt to anything in the music, I mean, when you work.
Yeah, you also guys been playing since a very young age.
Yeah.
Right? What age did you started? This one?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we always had a piano, and I started super young. But my first teacher I had with, I think, around 4 or 5, actually, in Japan. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she was cool. I like it. And then, nice. There was a time in my youth I actually wanted to stop playing the piano. And I did also break a few years, but then I was more hanging out with friends and making beats and playing for fun. And this was also important for now, actually, because right now I can do a lot of things. I'm flexible, and it's important also sometimes to experiment and
explore something else.
Explore other worlds.
Yeah.
And you, Laura, you also started quite young with playing music.
Yeah, officially I went to the school. It was like from 6 years old to the musical school. Before I got the piano from aunt, from friend of parents, and then my father showed me how to play a little bit. He also played guitar before, and then I know how you say, it was like waltz, but very simple. Maybe it's English differently called, you know, and then I learned that. And that time I went to kindergarten, and I played there in the dance class, and all kids were like dancing, and I was like having fun, and like a lot of kids were dancing then, and the teacher came and was like, what is this going on here? And then they said, this girl can maybe go to musical school. And then they noticed also that I really like it, and father was like, we have no piano actually, she would go to the musical school. And then when we went there, they already needed to pass exams like with classical piece, and at that time my father was so proud that he already taught me something. And then I played this, and like teachers, okay, we got it. And then they said maybe she will play violin, and father was like, no, because she has really thin, long fingers. And father was like, no, we already have piano. We don't want to buy like small, then bigger violin. No, and also hear this things.
It's horrible.
When you don't know. That's why he was like, no, piano. And then my teacher, she said, it's okay, I will teach her from beginning. So then she gave me good bass. I'm really grateful for that. And from then, I actually was good in copying very fast. Like she was showing me, and then I was like, I know. And then I was copying with all these motions and like how to play, but I didn't like to really read notes. But it was really a nice journey also. Then I changed another school, and I had a second teacher too. It was also nice and different perspective.
Yeah, for me, I started a bit later than you guys. I started at age of 12-ish, something like that.
It's also nice.
What I like about it is that the depth that I developed with music, the relationship that I have with music is very deep. And sometimes I feel if I don't play music, I start to get emotionally frustrated. Do you guys also feel that sometimes?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I conditioned myself to express my emotions, especially the ones that it's difficult for me to handle sometimes, through playing music, through the guitar, or maybe singing now. And it just releases me. It's like a good therapy.
Yes.
It is a therapy, music therapy.
But I don't know another way how can I release this energy, because I condition myself to do it through the music. Sometimes I cannot talk about it or express it in a human way. I need to get music, I need to get something to express myself through there. And only then my statement is being said. The
That's
emotional
true.
statement.
Yeah.
I wish I could draw, for example. People can do it also, maybe
True.
dancing.
With painting, dancing.
Yeah, but I'm not so good with that.
Everyone can do that. Can I go to the toilet?
Yeah. Shall we make a break?
Yeah.
Let's make a break. We're back.
Okay.
Yeah, we're back.
I don't know what we
Thank
talked
you.
about, but in the break we talked about very interesting things.
Was I think it was about philosophical topic.
Yeah, about emotions and music.
Emotion spectrum.
I also noticed about music, it's something that we did not made as humans. We discovered it. It was there, like the frequencies are there. We just discovered the ratio and the way we can make it resonate in an ordered way, so it will make sense for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there is actually frequencies in the nature.
Everything is frequency, yeah.
I mean, and then we kind of also resonate, let's say, with that also.
Yeah, it's remarkable how we discovered the major scale, for example.
And how it's influenced.
It's just very satisfying to listen to the scale. And somehow we discovered it. And then we started to put even more on that, like all the chords that we have and all the scales and all the moduses, and then it can go very strange in some theories, places.
Yeah.
But frequencies that we only hear, you mean? But sometimes there is something we don't hear.
Yeah.
It's
But we
out of
feel
our
it.
scale.
Yeah,
Animals can also hear them, others.
Yeah.
there's so many frequencies also in the city.
You showed me one app actually.
Yeah, I have an app. You can see all the frequencies.
What, like Wi-Fi
and
and radio?
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Really?
And
And
it's like
it's-
with some.
It's a bit scary, actually.
How do you use it?
You can show.
It's called Architecture of Radio.
What?
Yeah, it was also wow.
It's really interesting because I actually thought in my room in the morning I hear some
Weird sound.
really high frequencies.
I also
like
sometimes
beep, beep.
hear something.
And here you can check the frequencies around
And
here.
around you.
I mean,
What? So this is the PC. And what
but
about
it's
the light?
mainly about Wi-Fi and
it gives you sound
mobile
also.
towers and yeah.
And it
And then
gives
you-
you sound there.
Ah, yeah. There's
You
also
can turn
you
it
can
on.
turn the sound on. There's
It's
also
funny.
the sound button. I mean, on the display.
On top.
It doesn't work all the time,
Ah, really?
but yeah.
No, it doesn't work now.
Yeah,
Oh, crazy.
it's an interesting app to check out.
So,
And if you're in the nature, you don't have any.
And then
Frequencies.
did you find with that app, what was that in your room in the morning?
Yeah, there are many frequencies.
Ah,
I
yeah?
mean, we live in Berlin, in the big city, and it's normal. And yeah,
oh, it's crazy. You just see every Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
and what is on top?
yeah. Also, you see satellites and stuff
On
So-
top something?
sometimes. Yeah.
Wow. I think that someone was on the podcast. I forgot who it was. Damn, excuse me, the person that was on the podcast. I have so many guests and so many people coming through my life in a daily basis. But someone said that if we could see all the frequencies that we cannot see, we will not be able to see each other. Maybe really close. It will be very foggy.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I actually also sometimes hear something very, very like small sounds and very like small that I can hear, and then it irritates me actually. And then I was like, what is that? And then others like, we don't hear anything. What are you talking about? And I'm like, and then I'm finding something was like maybe some I don't know, a charger broke a little bit, and then it gives this electricity very very
Oh
small.
wow, you hear this?
It's like it irritates me sometimes. Like, what is that?
I know that sound.
Yeah. And then I was like, it's this one. And then I take it out like from electricity things, and then it's, oh God. So it's really like sometimes for me, very, very precise sometimes. I don't know.
Were you always
I'm
like
very
that, or maybe
sensitive.
because of music you became more sensitive?
I don't know. I'm sensitive to that maybe. Oh, any sound, actually. And I hear also when I just walk around, I hear birds. I'm like, this bird is there. Then I talk to my friends and it's this bird there. And they're like, okay, what are you talking about? Like, okay, sorry.
Do you hear your own jewelry on your head?
Yes.
Does it drive you
Is it
crazy?
actually there?
Maybe. I think if I compress enough the microphone.
Should I take it away?
No, keep it on. But does
I
it
like
annoy
it
you?
sometimes.
Because
No,
it provides some high
okay.
frequencies.
Yeah, it's actually a nice way. Tick, tick, tick.
Percussion sounds.
I understand sometimes what I wear.
You can hear it when
Actually,
Laura
that's
agrees
the
with
point
us.
of this jewelry. It's called shashbao in Kazakh. Shash, it's a hair. Bao, it's kind of this jewelry. And we wear it with the hair on top. And it was kind of tradition to protect also from the bad spirits, but also to understand the girl's behavior when you hear it like this. Very, very like frequent. And
Maybe can you do it a bit closer to the mic?
like this.
Yeah.
It means she's like very like happy, maybe like jogging, or I mean not jogging, running and jumping. And when you feel it like this, I mean very slow, means she's maybe shy, humble, or something like that. Like understanding personality from there. I'm for sure like this.
It's crazy with cultures.
Yeah. But now I wear it just, it's beautiful for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you, Izumi, are you close to the Japanese culture?
For sure, yeah. Like, especially
With the food.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like food.
We already experienced.
I like
You cook?
good cuisine.
Yeah.
I
Food is
cook.
really
I'm not
good.
the best cook, but I kind
Know
of
how.
learned it from my mom, and
the
some
best.
basics like miso soup and rice and vegetables or different variations
He
of
cooked in
Japanese.
Ibiza also for everyone. It's
Yeah.
like, wow.
And also the miso soup in the winter times in Berlin, it really helps to not get down.
It's great, actually.
It's actually
A lot
the
of good
thing why
vitamins.
Japanese are kind of also
Stable.
getting super old. Because they drink every day miso soup.
Yeah, it's
they
fermented,
like-
right?
Fermented, yeah.
What is it, like soya
Like
beans?
soya,
They're long,
fermented
yeah.
soya.
Living long
Yeah,
life.
and I'm not sure. It's one of the reason I think. My grandpa told me this
Yeah.
story, and yeah, since
Can
then I try to drink miso soup. Maybe not every day, but
Often.
maybe 2, 3, 4 times a week for dinner. And it's really
breakfast.
easy to do it at home.
Ah,
So-
you ferment it yourself as well?
No.
No.
You
But
You buy it already?
yeah, it's good quality also from Japan. You can get it in Asian stores, and it's without any glutamate or MSGM. It's, yeah, so
Cool.
yeah, the Berliners drink a lot of miso soup.
Yeah, miso
Or
soup. And
worldwide.
Kimchi.
Yeah.
Kimchi is
Kimchi-
Japanese as well?
Kimchi, this is Korean, but
Korean.
we eat it
Also-
also a lot in Japan because it's
Also good.
our neighbor country.
Yeah.
And food-wise, the Korean kitchen is also super nice.
Yeah,
I like
I
it
like
a
it
lot.
too.
And the people also. I have a lot of Korean friends. Actually. Yeah.
Nice.
Who is the best in the kitchen in the Asian countries?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's I like the Japanese one, but I mean, also the Chinese kitchen is
Yeah,
great.
it's also-
Sometimes a bit too hot, but I mean, also Korean kitchen it's also hot, spicy. Japanese is more smooth, I would say. It's it's a bit more smooth. Taste wise, I mean, there are also a lot of great foods things everywhere, I would say.
Yeah.
But for me personally, in comparison with the German food, I would say the Japanese food is better. Yeah.
There is no even point to compromise, not to compromise, to compare. That's the word.
I also like German food, by the way. There are also great things here. I mean, Swabian food from the south, or Bavarian food, or
Yes.
even
the
also
south,
like the
okay.
currywurst culture in Berlin. It's also fine, yeah. But maybe not my favorites, let's say.
Yeah.
German food is efficient. It's
Yeah.
not. It can be amazing, but it's not so colorful as other cultures. If you compare it to Persian kitchen, for example,
Wow,
it's,
Persian food is amazing. Yeah.
so colorful, and also Arabic kitchen. I love it very much. The Arabic kitchen.
Yes. Yeah.
And North African kitchen. And also have a crazy stuff there.
Yeah.
But German, I like the quality of the food. In
Also-
Germany, like you have this bratwurst, I think it's called. No, not bratwurst. It's a kind of a pig that you put it completely in the oven, like as a big chunk, right? And then you need to put oil on top of it every 20 minutes inside the oven.
Yeah.
And then the skin and the fat, they get so crispy.
Yeah.
I forgot the name in German, but wow, this is incredible. If you make it good, wow.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
taste forest. I don't know how to explain this flavor.
Okay, I didn't eat that.
Yeah, German, it's mostly potatoes and meat, right?
Yeah.
Praktisch.
Yeah, the thing is, in Germany, you have a plate for yourself, like with a big portion of potatoes and maybe meat. And I really like to share food, actually, like this sharing culture.
Hell yeah, man.
Like tapas,
I see.
or izakaya, or also in Israel you have this hummus and
Yes.
aubergines,
True.
and it's also kind of sharing culture. No, you
Actually
don't have a hummus
everywhere
only
like
for
that.
yourself. I mean, you can also have it for yourself, but it's more like in the middle of the table, and you dip it with some vegetables or
True.
bread, or and
Food is so important.
yeah.
Food and music.
Yeah.
This is two
Kazakhstan
things.
food I also need to try. I heard Lachman is really good.
Lagman.
Lachman?
Lagman is actually not really from Kazakhstan.
It sounds
but
very
from
Jewish.
Central Asia. Lagman, yeah.
Lagman. Lachman.
More
Interesting.
Uigurian.
What is it?
More from Uyghurs culture, Dungan, as I know. And it's also popular in Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, everywhere. It's like noodles, homemade noodles, yeah. And then also about meat, it's like your own stew there. And then you put also vegetables. And then at the end it's like, how to say, if you know. Like a soup, can be like soup, but its own stew, sauce from meat, boil, and like a bit of steamed, and then it has this nice pot, or it can be dry without this kind of soup. Two different types. Actually, in Berlin there is one we tried already. It's in close to Cottbusser. What is this big street? Oranienburgerstrasse. Yeah, there is one restaurant opened recently. It's called Taste of Samarkand, if I'm not mistaken, and it's very nice. There you can try actually. Maybe.
Let's go there.
Yeah.
You approve it as a Kazakh cuisine place.
It's not Kazakh really. Uzbekian people open because Samarkand it's there. And one Kyrgyzstan place also opened next to me actually. It's closer to you as well. It's in Prenzlauer Berg. And like close to Schönhausen, in between Schönhausen and Wiener Straße there, and they do also nice thing. But I think Lagman they don't have. They have more Kyrgyzstan cuisine and plov. Plov is actually also from more Uzbekian, so it's mixed now actually in this Central Asia. We all cook it, but it's also like now mixed. And really Kazakh dish is actually called besh parmak, which means 5 fingers, and we needed to like also put it in the middle. It's big. It's like also flat pasta, like this how you say you do lasagna from that, and it's like big flat pasta, you boil it. Also meat boiled, big, and then in big portion or in the middle. On top of that, potatoes around, and also big like boiled, simple, and onion sauce kind of. And then you also should like eat with, of course, hand before, but now it's of course you share and then put it in your plate. So it's from one big plate, you put it. Yeah.
It's nice to eat with hands. I'd love to eat with my hands.
We didn't eat it. Now in the city, of course, you have forks and everything.
Fuck this shit, why?
But it's
you can always throw them away.
But in Ethiopian restaurants, they still eat it with hands. That's why we tried it here in Berlin, actually. So it reminded me my culture.
Also,
kind of with this
I went to a Yemeni restaurant lately, and they're also eating Yemenite. Also great food, by the way.
Yes.
Well, let's go there too.
I don't know if Yemenite is the right
in Berlin you can find everything, I think.
People from Yemen,
like
this country.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you meant, right?
Yes, Yemenitisches Restaurant.
Yemenitisches,
There's also one here in Neukölln, and
cool.
They opened a place in Wedding, a super big one. And
okay, I didn't try.
It's great. Super nice.
They have this bread, it's called lachoch.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, this is
Let's
insane.
Go.
You know
Let's
this
go now. I don't know. No, I didn't try.
It's a bread and you have like holes in the bread.
Oh.
And then you put it in the soup and everything gets soaked. And it's
really?
orgasmic.
For
no other ways. If the soup is good, of course.
So to actually, food is super important to make great music, I would say.
Yeah, of course.
So.
Yeah,
for everyone,
it's important for great life.
To live,
yes.
Like most of our good feeling comes from the stomach, from our guts.
Yeah.
So if we don't take care of our guts and we eat shitty food, we feel bad.
Stomach is our second brain, let's say.
Yeah, I actually did in the last week, ate really bad. So I was lazy, I was eating outside a lot.
To cook late yourself.
Yeah, I was kind of lazy because I was doing a lot, so my mental capacity was low, and I'm thinking, no, fuck cooking, I will just go and buy something tasty. So it's tasty, they make it on the spot. It's a bit more expensive than cooking.
Yeah.
But physically...
you didn't feel...
Yeah, I was completely drained from energy in the last 2 days. Today I was a bit better because I was doing fasting. But damn, it really... put me down, I would say. That's how I can tell it. And it's so important to have good food.
True.
Yeah, go buy in local farms.
Yeah.
Get it straight from the ground.
It's like meditation. It's composing. I see a lot of similarities with composing music or
chemistry.
When you are cooking, also with the colors and different ingredients and I think it's super important to cook and compose. Yeah, it's a good
combination.
Yeah,
it's important.
Food and music. It's so important.
Yes.
So how do you guys feel? You want to say last words before we close this beautiful podcast?
We can say that we have gig. 17th of June.
17th of June, with OTO NO UMI, with this project with Siaah and Arash, Lora and Izumi. We play at Seelchen at Holzmarkt.
Holzmarkt, what a beautiful spot.
Yeah, it will be super nice. The sound is good and
the space
is quite big. Yeah.
It's nice.
And we will play our dancey Oriental set. Yeah, a mixture.
Live.
As Kazakh, Iranian, Japanese, German, but international mix, and it will be amazing. So come around.
It's
going to be 16th,
and it's
17th.
It's actually a event for
June.
For the Turkish earthquake, like a social event, and there are also a lot of Turkish artists playing, very interesting. Indie Levant disco. I never heard this style, but
they said that.
it's kind of this psychedelic Turkish indie mixed with electronic and disco.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
Yeah, interesting.
Blown
also
away by
to
the description.
listen to that. Yeah, I'm also excited about that too.
So yeah.
It's going to be a Saturday, right? 17th of June.
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's Egypt now.
Yeah, cool.
And you have something with Jinaski?
Yeah, I also have a gig on the 20th in Rotbad, 20th April with Okujo Beats, this project.
I think the podcast will not be out before
okay.
that.
So come also around. It's a small place.
If you have a time machine.
We start at 8.
Yeah.
And the 22th with the jazz Chinaski in space, we play at Anomalie around 8
But it's
at the
also
exhibition in Anomalie Club. It will be super experimental.
So I'll make it before.
Yeah, I will
podcast.
try. I try the best as I can.
So come around, yeah.
They did not pay me money to be in front of all the people who wait to be published.
It's fine.
For sure not. Cool. Maybe you can send me the events as well. I can put them in the
Sure.
in there of the podcast
Yeah.
where they say everything about the
And
podcast.
Because I'm leaving for 2 months soon, that's
Yeah.
why we will have it like after 2 months. But maybe guys will have also in between gigs. It's fine if you feel.
Otherwise, we
that.
would have a lot of gigs. But
I know.
Laura will get some inspiration, Asian inspiration
Yeah,
in
actually.
Bali and Japan also.
Yeah, Korea, Japan,
Wow.
Vietnam.
You're traveling a lot, Laura.
Now I
envy.
really didn't travel 6 months, so it started with Ibiza now, and then I survived winter time, so I deserve.
Yeah, this
So
is
that's
very
why I want to also inspire from Asia, and then let's see, maybe I find places there to have gigs there.
true. Yeah, taking over the world. This is amazing.
Yeah, and now I kind of also have friends from Izumi and another friend Kazuma already sending me some artist friends, so I'm gonna write them and maybe we see each other there. Yeah, so that's why we plan also to go to festivals. We will also see if something spontaneous come there in summer, and it would be nice.
Yeah, just follow us, OTO NO UMI on Instagram.
Now we
It's
opened.
OTO NO UMI.
Yeah.
And you will get all the news. And then you can for
also
sure
find us there.
also follow Laura, Lora
Izumi.
Ute, and Izumi Yamamoto.
Siaah, Arash.
To get some news.
Yeah.
And all the links to our social is going to be in the description of the podcast, so everyone can go there and look you up and follow you.
True. Also, we put
Yeah,
that. Mhm.
and see future gigs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. I also want to say for all the people who are still listening, if you're still there, and if you're on Spotify, just open your Spotify. And if you open the Spotify, you can leave a comment on Spotify on the podcast.
Nice.
Yes, and I would love to know what you people think about the podcast. Do you like it? You don't like it? You want me to quit? You want the guest to quit and only be me?
No.
It can be anything.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I don't know. They don't tell me, Laura. So ask them. Please tell me, people. I would love to know if someone is really listening and give some feedback.
Thank you also for inviting us. It's really nice, and kind of first also podcast together with Izumi, and I had already one recently with my friend, and now this April started with podcast. It's like, oh, nice, another
April
thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
thank you guys for
happy to
coming.
see
Yeah,
you
thank
again.
you.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Izumi.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice to
Yeah,
meet
man,
you.
you have good vibes. I like it very much.
Nice to see you again. Cool.
Cool. Keep on following those beautiful people.
Have a nice evening.
Ciao.
Bye.
Thank you. Ciao.
Hey.